Hello everyone, here's Yo-Yo Huang's Chinese class again. Today we will continue part 2 of lesson 9. So now let's take a look at the book. Notes number 1. Complements of results. So here it means some verbs they will matched with another word over here to tell you that's already complete action. This action has been completed. Yeah. About the result of the action. So the combination, there's no such such regulations. So this is common use. So as long as you read enough, read a lot, learn a lot, then you know how to use them. So first, we know this is, without Pinyin, you should also know the meaning and the pronunciation of those Chinese, all right? So this is 看, the Pinyin is 看. 看书, read the book. 看电视, watch TV. 看电影, to see a film. So this is 看, look at something, watch something, read something. 看见. Together, this means I saw. So, sorry, here is I is here. 我. Here is see something. I saw something. So, 我看见你的女朋友了. We've mentioned many times that with this 了 at the end of the sentence, which means this action has been completed, right? So this is a finished version. So 女朋友is girlfriend here, correct? So here means I saw your girlfriend. So 看见, which means the result. So I saw it. I saw this. And 见, it's always with the meaning look at something with your eyes. So these are together. So 听见你的声音. But actually 听见 can also be a combination, which means that hear something. So yeah. Okay, then let's take a look at the second example here. 我听懂今天的汉语课了. 懂 is also a verb which means understand. 听 is to hear, to listen, right? 听懂 means that I understand what I heard. This is from the part 1, those new texts in lesson 9. So 听懂, they can combine together, which means I fully understand what I heard. Yeah, it's like this. And then the third example, 做 is to make something, to do something, right? 做好 means good. And here when they are together, 做好 means to finish, to complete. For example, 我做好饭了. 做饭 is to cook a dish, right? So here means I finish cooking. This is also the same as 做完. 做完. So we learned that at the title of lesson 9. That's when we add 1 at the end of, not at the end, but combining with real verb, a real action, which means this is complete. So here, 好 when 好 is combining with a real action, it also means that this action has been completed. And then the last example, 大卫, this is the name, David. 大卫找到工作了. So 找 means seek for something, seeking for something, looking for something, searching for something. 找到 is also a combination saying that this is fun. So the job is found by David. He is already finished. He finished looking for a job. That's already done. So he got a job. So 找到 means finish also. Yeah, it also have quite similar meaning with one here. But if it's like 找 to seek for something, it's more common to use 到 together. So 找到 they are a very often to use combination. 找到听懂看见 those are very common usage. And the negative expressions. So we normally use 没 or 没有 to represent this action didn't happen. For example, 我没有看见你的女朋友。我没听懂她说的话。我没做完考试题。You may have a question that when to use 不 when to use 没有 This two is very hard to tell. There's no very strict regulation about when to use 不 when to use 没有 It's more like a habit that many people say in this way, so it will be weird if you say another way. For example, I don't have time. In this expression, we will say 我没有时间. So I don't have time. Nobody will say 我不时间. That's totally wrong. So here, if you want to use 没有, if you want to say in a negative form to say you didn't see your I didn't see your girlfriend. I didn't understand what I heard. I didn't finish the exam. So it's the regulation, it's the habit to put this 没有 in front of the verb over here. Actually, here is a bit it's a bit fun because if we want to use 不 in this structure, it will be at a 不 in between. For example, 我听懂我没听懂他说的话. So here, which means 说 is say. 的话 is 他说的话 means what he said here. So if I want to say 我没听懂 I didn't understand what I heard. And this can be already a complete sentence. This is another expression. 我听不懂 I didn't understand what I heard. And these two, they are the same. The meanings of these two sentences are the same. So you will see the 不 is in between. It's actually a very practical expression, especially if you in traveling in China, that you just say, I don't understand what you said. I don't understand Chinese. You can just say, 我没听懂我听不懂我听不懂听不懂听不懂听不懂 That's very practical. So whatever you heard, you think you don't understand or you don't want to answer, just simply say 听不懂听不懂 Yeah, and also here is the same. So 我没做完 I didn't finish it. 我没做完。This will be same as 我做不完。So there are too many questions. I cannot finish them. In the exam, there are too many questions. These two are also the same. But if it's 看见, it's a bit weird to say 看不见, because so these two, the last two example sentence, it's totally fine to change into 不 version. But if here the first sentence, if you say as 看不见, which means you are blind, so you cannot see anything. So it's quite different. So you will see that the 不 and 没, there's really no very strict, regulation or a very clear explanation how or when to use 不, when to use 没. So it really depends on the situation and the habit. What is my suggestion is to read, to have as much as knowledge, to read as much as, to hear as much as you can from those speakers or other readers or any videos, to get the intuition of how to use 没, how to use 不. So we will, of course, in our textbook, we will learn a lot of those kinds of expression. And yeah, that's 没 and 不. A bit complicated, but actually it's not so difficult. And then here, to form a question, ask 没有. This time, we mentioned in our previous lesson, so we've already learned one word at the end of the sentence is 吗, right? 吗. This is a question mark here. 吗. So it's totally same as 了吗 or 吗. But it's kind of like in English, whether you finish it or not. So it's kind of like or not, to really emphasize, hey, please answer yes or no to me. So it's a yes or no question. Either you did that, either you didn't do it. So here, the first example, 你看见我的女朋友了没有? Here the 了 can be ignored, there's no problem. So with 了 or without 了, they are the same. So here it's just, did you see my girlfriend or not? 没有. Then the yes or no question, you know that how they ask, how we answer. Either we say 我看见你的女朋友了. This is yes answer. 我没有看见你的女朋友. And this is no answer. And then the second one, 你听懂他说的话没有? What is 听懂? What is 听懂 here? I'm not going to write down the pinyin. So you now have to get used to watch the character. When you see the character, you will know what's the meaning of this hanzi, of this hanyu. All right, so 听懂 is understand what I heard, right? So if my answer is yes, I understand what I heard. 我听懂他说的话了. Good job. If I don't understand, I will answer 我没有听懂他说的话. Correct. Very good. All right. So now let's take a look at the example number 3. 你都做完考试题了没有? 考试题, which means the exam question, because 考试 here means exam, right? 题，问题，题目，题 here is question. 做完 to finish, yes. And then I wanna have a yes answer. 我都做完考试题了。If it's a no answer, 我没有做完考试题。And good job. So this is the question structure when we want to ask a yes or no question with 没有 at the end. And then this is how to pronounce it? This is 从 yeah, 从 So it's from, since. The meaning is from, since. It's always like a starting point of period of time. You see, it's always use of time, a distance, a process, and so on. Often used together with 到. That is just like in English from, I'll say from location A to location B. So it's like from to, right? From base. Yeah. And then we take a look at the example over here. 从北京到上海 This is 上海要坐几个小时的飞机。飞机 is the plane, yes. 几个小时 which means 几个 is how many, correct. 小时 is the hour. So how many hour the plane 从 from 北京到 to, yes, to 上海. So here, this is a new word. The pinyin is 到 的奥到 the fourth tone 到 correct. And then here is so 老人 is the elder, 孩子 is kids, 都喜欢吃苹果 or like eating apple. So here is from the elder to the youth, to the younger, or like to eat apple. 从老人到孩子都喜欢吃苹果。And then here is 从下个星期一开始上班。So since from next Monday, 下个星期一 next Monday 开始 start work 上班。地 here 的异地 also the fourth tone. So it means numeral measure word to indicate order. 第一本书 This means the first book, very good. Be careful of the measure words. It always follows with, or the measure word is always in between to tell this noun, what is this object over here. 第二个工作 And if it's, we want to say, so in order over here, it's going to be 二. It's not going to be 两. 二. So please remember this special usage here. It should be 第二个 if we want to say the second one. 第二个。第一次跳舞 the first time. 第一次跳舞。Exercise. So answer the questions based on the dialogues. We've already gone through the new text, so I hope you still remember some something happened in our text in the last class. Alright. 老师从几岁开始跳舞？开始学跳舞 Excuse me. So, 老师从 what age, right? 7岁开始学跳舞 Start to learn 学跳舞 dancing, dance, right? Okay. 老师想教他的女儿跳舞吗？ This question is a yes or no question, right? So here, which is asking the teacher, 想 is want to do something, right? Want. 教 what's the meaning of 教? Is to teach, to guide, to teach. 他的女儿 her daughter 跳舞 dancing 吗 It's just a question and to represent this is a question. So yes, the teacher wants to teach her daughter to dance. And Debbie, something about Debbie now. 大卫什么时候去工作？ What's the meaning of this question? So the question symbol is 什么时候 Correct. And it's asking about when, right? Asking about the time. 去工作 is go to work. 去 is go to work. So Debbie will go to work next Monday, right? So how say next Monday? 下个星期一 Correct. 下个星期一 And then the fourth. 这次考试他都听懂了吗？ This is also a yes or no question. And here means 考试 the exam, right? This exam. 他都听懂了吗？听懂听 hear 懂 understand. So she understood or she heard. She did, right? Remember in the text, she did. She just didn't have time to finish all the questions. Oh, I just speak out the answer of question 5. Sorry. So yes, so just how they ask, how we answer. 是的 or 对。这次考试他都听懂了。And number 5 question is 他考试为什么没做完？没做完 we've just learned this new structure, which means didn't finish it. Correct. And 为什么 why? So you can say because she didn't have enough time. How to say that? So if you want to say as a very complete answer, under the 为什么 structure, under the 为什么 question, so when they ask why, we answer because, right? So this is 因为 because 因为他没时间 she didn't have time. And if you want to say it more specific, she didn't have enough time. There's an adjective represent enough in English, in Chinese. So if you want to say, so it will be 因为他没有足够的时间 This word 足够 the pinyin is 字母足个o 够足够足够因为他没有足够的时间 which means because she didn't have enough time. This could be a new knowledge for you. And then exercise number 3. Oh, that's our favorite exercise, right? It's always a very fun picture over here. So, 衣服, which is the clothes, correct. 你了没有? It's a or not question. So, did you wash? Did you finish the laundry, right? Did the clothes are washed? So here is 洗. This is wash clothes. We'll use this. The pinyin is 洗衣. 洗 is the third tone. 洗衣. 洗衣衣服洗了没有? Probably a bit more about 了没有. This end of the question is, this one is a bit not very polite, and it's quite emphasized that please give me a yes or no answer, please, like this. So it's like not very, not very friendly. It's like a little bit pushing people to, hey, do you do this or not? Just like this. So like an annoying, to showing you are annoyed and you want to know the yes or no answer very urgent. So to express a bit more friendly, a bit more kind, a bit kinder, it's better to use 吗 at the end. So 衣服你洗了吗? Yeah. So if I am the wife, and I will be an angry type of wife, to yelling out at my husband, hey, 衣服你洗了没有? 没洗就快一点去洗呀. This kind of feeling. So did you wash the clothes? If you didn't, get to do it. So it's like this. But if I use 了吗, it will be a very kind, sweet wife asking the husband, hey, 衣服你洗了吗? So it's like this. So it's better to use 了吗, but of course we need to learn this 了没有, this structure in this class. So this is also represent the yes or no question to something has been done or not. Okay, the second picture. Oh, this poor kid, 作业太多了. 我还 so 作业 is the homework. Very good. 太多了. It's too much homework. 我还 here means not yet. So it's a description when you are going to something negative. So here is 我还没做完 or 没写完, because 写作业 is also another expression of to do the homework. So 我还没做完. "从8点到12点，他们都在。" So from 8 o'clock to 12 o'clock, they are 在. We can add a verb here to represent that in this time period, they are in this situation. So we can say they are working, right? They are watching the computer, always typing, typing. They are working, so they are at work. The Chinese of working at work is 工作. Very good. That's 工作. 他们都在工作。Yeah, that's me. From 8 o'clock, from 9 o'clock to 6 p.m. 我都在工作。That's me. That's also probably you. Alright, so here is Beijing, the Forbidden City. Oh no, sorry, that's the Tiananmen. Here. And you know that hinter, how to say hinter? So at the back side, so 后面天安门的后面就是故宫，就是 the Forbidden City. Hinter is at the back side. Behind, oh sorry about it. It's behind. So behind Tiananmen is the Forbidden City. So yeah, that's, or I actually not really, I remember not very clearly now because it has been like 6 years or 7 years from the last time I visited Beijing. I really wish that I can visit Beijing probably next year again. So that's 我第一次 so the first time 第一次就是第一次去北京 right, so 去北京 or we can make it a bit more detail to complete the sentence with a bit more detail. So I went to Beijing, but for what? You can say 去北京旅游 for traveling, right? If you have how say you go abroad studying in Peking University, in Tsinghua University, then you can say 我第一次去北京学习 right? That's totally fine. Okay, pronunciation. So this is how we ask. That's actually quite simple. The first one, 你明天去学校吗? So will you go to school tomorrow? The second, 他们都知道这件事吗? 他们 they all know this thing? Did they know this? 你都听懂了吗? Character. So with this character, it means something related to land, to ground, to land. 快. But this is 一块两块 is a piece. D is earth. Really? Oh, please do not believe it. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. This for dog related to fire. It's only 热. 热 is something probably related to fire, but there's 黑. It's just black color, and you may love this is 熊猫. 熊猫 is panda. You see, 熊 is also with the four dots under 能. So the pinyin here is 熊. 熊猫 is panda. Yes. Application here. Hobby. We've learned a lot of hobbies, a lot of words that represent hobby. For example, 唱歌 here is to sing a song, right? When to start to sing a song? So 从8岁开始学习唱歌. We can also say, what is this? It's 跳舞. We learned this new word, right? 跳舞. Here is 画画. 画画. So this is drawing here, over here. 打球. 游泳. And there's a question, when do you begin to learn them? 你是从什么时候开始学习它们? 开始学习唱歌, 跳舞, 画画, 打球, 游泳. So you can say, 我从8岁 开始学习唱歌、跳舞、画画。我从昨天开始学习跳舞 ，which means I start from yesterday. Okay, pair work again. So we are going to practice same sentence using the given complements of result. And we first need to understand all of those verbs, what's the meaning of them, right? So 看见 is see, right? I saw. 听见 now is 听见 is I heard. So 见 can also combine with 听见. So should I write down the pinyin over here? So this is Z and 见 the bottom 见写完 this is 写作业写完看完 we know 完 very well, right? So it's just it represents an action which is completed. 听懂 it's I understand what I heard, understand what a person heard. 写错写 means to write, right? 写 is to write. 错 is wrong, is not correct. So here is I wrote it wrong. So 写错买到 is quite similar. So here 到 is very similar to 找到 which means an object has been found, has been possessed, has been owned by a person. For example, you can find a job. So here 买 means I buy. So I bought something successfully. For example, here 今天上午你看见大卫了吗? Can ask this question and answer yes or no. And then we are going to make example sentence for all of those complements of results. That's a new name of this. I will just call them verb and action. The textbook always makes things more complicated. I mean, learning language doesn't need to be so complicated. It's just to learn how to express what we thought, then that's what the language usage is. Okay, so the second one is 听见. Let me think about it. 听见你听见外面有人打球吗? That's a question. So, did you heard 外面 outside 有人 here is there are somebody. So there are somebody outside playing ball. So did you heard that? So probably the basketball or the badminton, there's some voice, some loud like pung pung pung. So you heard that? So 你听见了吗? And then the third one is 写完. Oh, that's a very easy one. Did you finish your homework? Did you finish writing your homework? Which is 你写完作业了吗? And then the fourth is 听懂. We make it a bit complicated. So 昨天下午 What is 昨天下午? This should be yesterday afternoon, right? 昨天下午的讲座 Here a bit new word here 讲座 which means lecture. For example, lectures in university 讲座 it's like it's a lecture, it's not a seminar, it's a big lecture. 讲座你听懂了吗? Oops, 了吗? And then a question symbol, question mark here. So do you understand? Do you understand what you heard from yesterday's lecture? That's the question's meaning. And then number 5, 写错. For example, 这道题我写错了. I make it wrong of this question. This is so common in the exam or in the homework when you want to say, I make it wrong in my homework. This question I make it wrong. And one thing to pay attention is the measure word when we want to describe question. So 1 question, 2 questions, 3 questions, this question, that question, the second question, the 10th question. 这道题, it's used 道 here. So it will be also the same if you want to say it, the second question. Of course, we learned that 第二题, right? But if the measure word, if we want to add measure word with 题, with question together, it will be 道. For example, the second question, 第二道题. Or we want to say it in today's quiz, there are in together 10 questions. In today's text, 今天的考试 there are 有10道题. So there are 10 questions. 10道题. We will use 道 here as the measure word. The pinyin will be 的奥道. The photon 道. Alright, so let's take a look at the last one, 买到. We can say, I didn't buy my favorite clothes successfully. I didn't get it. It's a what pity, right? So 我没有买到我的 clothes I like. 我喜欢的衣服. So I didn't get it successfully. 买到 is I have this, I own this successfully. Great job. And we finished lesson 9. Next lesson, we will start lesson 10. And very quick, very soon, we will finish HSK 2. And then it's ready to take the HSK 2 exam. So before we finish this textbook, we did finish this textbook. So we are going to take a look at the exercise book. The HSK 2 workbook here. And I'm going to go to a random page. This is lesson 11 over here, too far. Lesson 9, 题太多了，我没做完。Alright, so let's take a look. Reading, you will need to do it by yourself. Please 写完它，写完作业. Please remember to 写作业. Alright? 写作业 means to write your homework. And let me take a look if there's something new. Pronunciation is reading, character. This is fun. Let's take a look at characters exercise over here. So this is for lesson 9. I know this is brand new lesson for you because we just finished lesson 9. So we just take a look at how this characters exercise work. We can do it together. And here, the first is to get to know more about radical over here. The first is this radical 土. We will say it as 提土旁. I mean, it's not very a must to have a really correct radical name. So some people will say, that is 提土旁. Some people will say that's 土字旁, but they all means the same meaning of the radical, the name of the radical. So here, so we know that this will be A, right? And then D, and then F, and then H, and then this 4 dots. In my primary school time, this was called 四点水. I probably in other cities, in other provinces, they have different names of the radical, but it's not something difficult to tell. We just need to know that that is a radical. That's already enough. You are not going to 高考. That's no need to really know the name of this radical. Okay, it is B, C, E, G. Great. Question 3, also very interesting here. So you are going to guess the meaning. Oh, please do not guess the meaning. You should know the meaning of them. All right. This is a computer. I knew this is a computer. This match with. Wait. There's no computer option here. What's happening? This is not a computer. This is a television here. There's no computer option. So this is, please, option A is a television. So this will be, television is this one, 电视. And then option B, yeah, it's a very old phone. This is 电话. And then C, the refrigerator. This is 电冰箱. This is new. This is new. Here. Oh, this ebook's quality is not so good, but it's asking about the light bulb, light over here. So it's 电灯over here. Okay. Character part is very fun. And it's good that you can use a pen to try to write down, to copy and write down all those characters, this 汉字 over here. When you write them down, please do from the top to the bottom, from the left to the right. And please do not just use A, B, C, D to put it in the exercise. Just, it's a very good chance to practice writing, to get more familiar with the character, and yeah, become less afraid of those. You might panic of those. Oh, I don't understand this character at all, but that's totally fine. Just try drawing them to have some feeling of Chinese, because yeah, in HSK 3, 4, 5, that you are going to write down a lot of 汉字, a lot of words, sentence, paragraphs. So that's a very good practice to try drawing, writing them down. All right. So next class, we are going to start lesson 10. Also in our textbook here. Yeah, we are going to start lesson 10 in our next class. I hope you enjoyed today's class, and feel free to write down any questions in the comments, and I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, and that's for today. I'm going to stop sharing the screen, and have a great day. Bye bye.